Hi, good morning everyone. Today we will discuss another question of inverse of a matrix. So we already know that before finding any inverse of matrix, first we have to check whether it exists or not. So previous whatever we have done the question that was related with the numeric form. So if our matrix in the form of trigonometry, so how can I find the inverse of a matrix? So today this is a question of your worksheet also that is sent for the homework. So here our question is that if fx is equal to cos x minus sin x 0, sin x cos x 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, you have to show that fx whole inverse must be equal to f minus x, that you want to prove in this question. So first we will check what is f minus x. If I go with this like f minus x, according to that all angle like cos x sin x angle will be in the negative form. Like here it will be cos minus x, so that is minus sin minus x 0, so that will be sin minus x cos minus x 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so now if we write further, like here it is cos minus x. Cos minus x means 360 degrees silented here. Okay, so that lies in the fourth quadrant, and fourth quadrant cos is positive. So if any angle is negative with cos, so according to our rules, trigonometry rules, it lies in the fourth quadrant, so that will be my cos x. But here sin x, then 360 degrees silent it here in fourth quadrant, sin x is negative. So if we take negative sign outside, already there is a one negative sign is there, so negative negative become positive, so that become sin x 0. And here also that will be minus sin x, because this lies in the fourth quadrant, because negative of the angle shows that this trigonometric lies in the fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant sin x is negative. So here cos x 0, 0, 0, 1. Now keep it aside, that f minus x. Now we go with this left hand side, fx whole inverse. First we will check whether of determinant of this matrix inverse exists or not. That we check for the determinant. So let we consider, let our fx is equal to a. So if we change this matrix as the determinant, so there will be a two parallel lines, cos x minus sin x 0, sin x cos x 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so when we are going to find the determinant, so we will check where in any row any column is maximum number of 0 is there. If we saw that here in the last row maximum number of 0 is there, so we just expand row 3 by finding the determinant of this matrix A. So expanding row 3, when you go with expanding row 3, so this becomes 0, only this position sign is positive, and ignoring this row and this column my element will be, so that is cos x minus sin x, and sin x and cos x is left, and 1 is multiplied with that with the position sign. So then now when you multiply this will give you cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1. So that means a determinant not equal to 0. Okay, if a determinant not equal to 0, so we keep it aside a determinant value as 1. Okay, and this not equal show that this is a non-singular matrix and a inverse exists, or we can that see that fx inverse exists. fx inverse exists. Now next, our next is after finding the compatibility of if fx inverse or e inverse exists, next step is we have to go to find the cofactors of each element in this matrix. So but remember one thing, when you are going to find the cofactor, you always consider that matrix as a determinant, because we can't find the cofactors in the matrix, but we can find the cofactors in the determinant. So in this determinant A, first row, first position cofactor is -1, position sign is -1 raised to power 1 plus 1, and connected element is cos x, then -0. I'm going to write directly here, so that is cos x. Similarly, then first row, second column, so my position sign -1 raised to power 1 plus 2, so that becomes sin x minus 0. So connected element, that become minus sin x. Okay, then next is first row, third column, -1 raised to power 1 plus 3, then connected element is 0 minus 0, because everything is multiplied with this, like first row, third column, so all terms considered as 0, so it will be 0. Connected terms are 0. When you multiply the terms, that will be 0. Now second row, first column, second row, first column, position sign -1 raised to power 2 plus 1, then connected element minus sin x minus 0. I am directly multiply the determinant here, then I got the element, so that will be sin x, because here is a negative, negative become positive. Now second row, second column, -1 raised to power 2 plus 2, connected element cos x minus 0, so that become cos x. Now second row, third column, connected sign is 2 plus 3, and connected element is 0 minus 0, that is 0. Then third row, first column, position sign is 3 plus 1, and 0 minus 0, that is again 0. And third row, second column, position sign is -1, 3 plus 2, and element is -0 and 0 again here, so it will be again 0. Now last, third row, third column, position sign is 3 plus 3, and it will be cos square x plus sin square x, that is equal to 1. Okay, so after getting this, now we have to write the adjoint A. Adjoint A is, now you convert these or cofactor, replace the element in the form of cofactor, and determinant bracket changes to square bracket, because when you find the cofactors of the determinant, when you are going to write the elements, you convert back into the matrix form according to the rule. You to find the adjoint A, like first row, first column, first row, second column, first row, third, second row, first, second, third, third, first, third, second, and third. Okay, now you replace the values, and transpose is above that. Either you can mark as dash or T, both are acceptable. So here will be, now I replace the position element with the cofactors, minus sin x 0, then sin x, cos x 0, then 0 0 1. So transpose. After transposing, so when you change this row into the column, so what will be the actual adjoint A after transposing? Now you remove this one, and you have to change this row into column, so that will be cos x minus sin x 0. So second row becomes second column, sin x, cos x 0 0 0 1. So this is my adjoint A. But now next is, you have to find the A inverse, that is fx inverse. Okay, so now go with A inverse, that is 1 upon A determinant of adjoint A. So when we go with this, our determinant A value we already find is 1, so that is same as your fx inverse. That is same as your fx inverse. Now here determinant value we already found, that is 1, and now we have to write just whatever we find the matrix of adjoint A. So that is cos x, sin x 0, then minus sin x, cos x 0 0 0 1. So that is, and the determinant is 1. So if you check this one, this is fx inverse. But if we go with fx minus 1 here, like we get the same value, cos x sin x 0 minus sin x cos x 0 and 0 0 1. So we get it at here C. So that means whatever we want to prove, fx inverse is equal to f minus x. Thank you.